Hello everybody, I am PsyStarcraft and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 commentary. I am streaming at this moment. I know I am talking right now, and so I can't really be streaming, but believe it or not, this is not live. You're watching a video of me casting this game. Check out my stream at twitch.tv/PsyStarcraft. You can find the link in the description, as well as a couple links to my social networking pages to find out when I'm streaming in the future. I try to stream several weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. PST. That's when I will be streaming today, 1 to 4 p.m. PST. Gonna do some 1v1 ladder because I will be going to MLG Columbus. Yes, indeed. Now, does this mean I'm going to be going all try-hard mode, play 10 hours every day and go crazy? Probably not. I want to go because I have a means of getting reduced cost on a plane ticket, and also I have a friend who offered to let me stay at his place there, so the housing will be relatively cheap. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and oh my gosh, we already have a proxy barracks coming out. But anyway, go ahead and check out my stream. When I stop streaming, I will try to update the annotation to reflect that. Now, my opponent is eXo in the right side as the blue Terran, and he's already doing something a little bit crazy. He's got his depot down, which is normal, but he is proxying a barracks, and the reason he knows exactly where to place this is because he sent an SCV. Actually, you know what? What the hell? Oh, wait, no, this doesn't make sense. Oh, I guess it does. Okay, my only spawn location is going to be here and here, so he knows, you know, this is about the middle ground of that. I was thinking, like, what if I spawn here, but then I realized you can't spawn in close positions, and I thought he'd be checking for my overlord to know where to put it, but he's just going to put it in the middle. And here comes the tech lab, to be assumed. You always get a tech lab when you get this vast barracks, or refinery, and you've got a proxy barracks. So here comes the SCV. I do have my overlord in good position to scout out any kind of bunker play, and you got to be careful because sometimes the SCVs will run back and get behind the mineral patches and you won't notice it, and they'll start a bunker there, and you got to be wary of that kind of shenanigans. So here comes the first Reaper. It is rallied to my expansion, but Reaper's not going to do a whole lot unless he's able to get a bunker down, and it looks like he will try just that. Here goes the bunker, and at this point I'm like, okay, he's not building the bunker in the mineral line. It seems like it's a little bit late. What is he trying to accomplish with this? And so my pull was actually a bit slow while I was like, what's he doing? I am pulling 3 drones, however. 2 or 3 drones is usually fine. And are you guys going to attack? There we go. Now they're attacking. And they look like they will be taking out this SCV. Anticipating that, he has brought another SCV in. And all my drones being pulled off. Oh, and there's a Reaper. He has arrived. I want to try to surround the Reaper or kill the SCV or something. Looks like I'm going to try to surround the Reaper. But I'm ignoring the SCV. I was like, okay, I can either kill the SCV, which will probably be tricky because only 2 drones can attack it at once. He'll bounce around, or I can try to not let the Reaper get into the bunker. I chose to not let the Reaper get into the bunker. Is it gonna happen? Come on, drones, you can do it. Oh, it's just a big giant game of chicken. Oh no! Get him! Get him! Go, Lynx! Oh, and I do finally kill that Reaper at the cost of what? 2 workers, but he has lost 2 workers too. No, but there's another Reaper. He actually rallied a second Reaper. Now, that second Reaper rally would not have worked whatsoever if he didn't have this bunker there. So that's why this caught me off guard. I'm used to seeing 1 Reaper, but not a second that fast. So now I've just got to kind of play a waiting game, maybe wait for some lings or some queens or something like that. The Harvesters isn't looking too bad. It is 19 to 14. I'm okay there because I was able to kill a couple SCVs. But he's getting a command center, so he plans on catching up in the macro. These 2 queens beating away on this bunker. Want to pick off that? Nope, not going to happen. Got to be careful not to lose these queens. And you know, once this starts getting pretty low, or my queens get pretty low, it might be a good time to just pull off all my lings and all my drones and just make sure this threat is taken care of. Gotta be careful there. Watch the queens. I am focusing down the SCV, but it does get some repair time in. Workers lost now. Oh my god, he just killed one of my queens. That was a careless mistake. Not the greatest opening, but if you look at the Harvesters, I'm not doing too bad. So this can be a bit misleading as to like how far ahead or behind I am. Looks like he's going to be killing my queen. He probably could kill that queen. He really needs to focus it down. 3rd Reaper now going into the bunker. This is so damn annoying, man. Now I'm making things. And part of the reason this is doing so much, and that I'm not too far behind in the Harvesters, 23 to 16, I'm actually ahead, is because I was making a lot of drones instead of lings. Now I'm going to be finishing off this bunker. Oh, and he unloads at just the right time. That was perfect. That was like, if he didn't unload there, he would have been completely surrounded. But he did unload, and it kind of like jumped his Reapers past my units. And it's going to come in for even more kills. I don't really have a lot of lings. I don't have speed. And he's doing so much damage with these, man. The power of a proxy Rax is apparently pretty high. Still forced to run my drones away. Not getting a lot of mineral mining in, so we're not seeing any additional queens. We're seeing 12 lings. Another drone going down. He's killed 9 workers so far with just a proxy Rax with Reapers. 10 workers. Are we going to see 11 workers? Yes! Oh my god, how do you even click that? How does he even click that drone inside of the massive drones? Holy cow, this guy is frustrating. It's now 21 to 21. I've got my expansion set up, but he's got an expansion as well, so I don't know. It's pretty even, you know, despite all that crazy play, it's pretty even. I know exactly where his barracks is at this point, so I'm going to be going up to kill it probably. Yeah, here go my lings. The speed has finished. This one ling's going to be taking down this tech lab, and I realized, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The proxy, it caused all those marines to, or Reapers to get there so fast, and I wasn't too surprised when I saw that. So it looks like eXo will be following it up into Reactor Tech Lab. We're seeing Stim and Combat Shield. So will we see a Marine timing? Since he, oh, it's Marauders. That's weird. I don't know why he would be going into Marauders. He didn't see a Roach Corn or anything. There's the Baneling Nest. Will I be trying a Baneling Bust? I think I will be. Usually you see, yeah, I was gonna say, oh, nope. Never mind. I was going to say, usually you see a second gas when someone goes for a Baneling Bust just because you need to make more Banelings, but we are not saying that. Harvest now 30 to 30, partially because I did have to make so many lings to respond to those Reapers that didn't really get used. And right now, he's looking pretty damn vulnerable to a Baneling Bust. Even if I only get in here with a few lings, Marauders, true fact, terrible against Zerglings. Here come 24 Zerglings. You need 5 Baneling. Oh, if I would only check, I could see that I could run up into the main, but he's actually got a nice little infantry force now. These lings wouldn't be able to take him out. So not a whole lot lost there. Here he's moving out, and just at the right time too. He sees that my Banelings are morphing, and I'm going to cancel those and get the hell out of there. But he knows what to expect now, and that's pretty unfortunate for me. Because this Baneling Bust probably not going to work now. I only have enough for about 6 Banelings, and that's part of the reason you want to get 2 gas. I'm not even going to get Banelings. I'm going to run past into the Marine line, start attacking these Marines, and this might just work. Actually pulling off of those Marines a bit too soon. That's a mistake. That's going to hurt, causing me to lose a little bit more than I should have, and he's actually going to mop this up, but I was able to clean up every single Marine, and I still have Baneling Bust potential. More lings being rallied, lair on the way. I'm not sure why I'm getting a lair when my saturation is so low, 34 to 37. And he's just chilling here with the Marauders. He should at least put him on the ramp, but he just leaves him out to dry. And am I going to get into the main? No, he closes it just in time. Hopefully I can take out some of these SCVs and Marines, or mules, but not really going to happen. And I don't know what these guys are doing, but they're just chilling. They're just chilling. Siege mode has completed. And this is likely going to just completely halt my Baneling pressure. I don't know if I even noticed that his siege mode is complete. I think I do, yeah. So I'm going to try, my plan now is, since I have these Banelings, try to get the bust done anyway, but send in lings first to soak up the damage. And it looks like he kind of shot the lings once, and shot the Banelings once, and down go all those Banelings. That was just... If there's one tank, do not try a Baneling Bust at all. It's just not worth it. Harvest is now 33 to 40, so eXo taking a pretty nice lead, although I am droning up with 9 drones. My tech is pretty much non-existent. I'm making a hatchery in my base because these rocks aren't broken down. I need to start working on that. These rocks aren't broken down. I need to work on that. And I realize I'm behind. I know I'm behind in the game, so I have to try something drastic. So my thought at this point is, okay, he doesn't have Hellions, and one of the best strategies I'd ever used against a Terran player is mass upgraded lings. Mass upgraded lings. So I'm going to be getting 2 evolution chambers, going to start my lair and get a lot of hatcheries, hopefully take the gold base here. If I ever bust down the rocks, you got to be doing something with your units, man. You always need to be doing something with your units, especially if you need to expand. Bust down those damn rocks, man. Bust those rocks down. So I'm just going to try mass ling, because I feel like tech will be a little bit too slow to wait for any pushes he sends at me. Roaches aren't going to do anything. Hydras are terrible. Banelings, maybe, but I feel like lings are a lot easier to make. You can mass a lot more of them without having to worry about banelings, so we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. Harvest count now 50 to 50 on 2-base to 2-base. Although he does have those mules, and he looks like he's a lot more prepared to take a 3rd base than I am. Down go the rocks. The +1 attack and armor for my little zerglings is about to be completed. Actually, not really, but it started. It started. There's the lair. And are we going to see anything from that lair? Maybe I will choose to go Infestors. I kind of forget. All I know is this is just like a really crazy game. That opener was just ridiculous. Like, if you're looking at it now, you'd think, okay, the Zerg's not macroing very well. He's a bit behind. He could have taken a third sooner. Well, you don't know what happened in the early game, you asshole. I lost a lot of banelings and drones and stuff. Blah, 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 blah. So he's got 4 tanks sieged up. Oh, unsieging. Is this where he's going to move out and try to dish out some damage? We shall see. Might want to wait for that +1 upgrades on the infantry. Here comes some lings around the back to try to pick off these rocks, and they might actually get trapped in. Actually, yeah, looks like eXo is going to come south and try to trap these lings. I'm not really paying attention to them. They're all just going down to these 2 little marines. 2 kills and 4 kills. Yikes. That one had some kills from earlier though. And this is actually not a good move. I don't like this. This is 22 lings, and he's wasting so much time to kill these lings. And look at this, I'm just making more and more and more lings. So kind of a silly little move here. He really wants to kill these lings. Like, I'm gonna set up a tank here and here and here and here, so you can't escape with your 22 lings. Yeah, this is silly. He's giving me so much time to just macro up, get some upgrades going, get some more lings. Yes, he killed a lot of zerglings, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it was worth it? He didn't even kill them all. Oh, he might kill them all, actually. Run, lings. No, he didn't kill them all. He killed all but 5, so he only killed 17 lings. He pretty much slowed his attack completely. Now he's not even going to move out. He's not even going to move out after that little fiasco. And I've got 44 lings on the way. I've got +2 upgrades coming. Looks like I've got some infestors as well. And my 3rd base is up. Just need to start saturating that shiznit with some drones. 53 to 63. Still not looking too good. But remember, man, lings against Terrans, when the lings are more upgraded and there are no Hellions, so damn good. The reason you don't see more mass ling strategies against Terran is because every single Terran opens with Hellions. But because eXo didn't open with Hellions, I thought, hey, maybe, just maybe, this might keep me in the game. Realizing I was behind. I need to start busting down these rocks, or at least like take an expansion here. Once I have the gold up and running, which it looks like I do, looks like I did a little transfer or something, you can really start throwing down those hatcheries like crazy, man. And here he comes. Looks like he's staging a little push here. His tanks don't have +1 attack though. That's going to be nice. Oh, and I'm going to move in before he's even sieged. Huge fungal going down on everything. Are these lings going to be enough? No, the 1-1 against 1-1. Ooh, that was not good. And that's kind of what happens when you go in and you don't surround Marines. A lot of the reason lings are so good against Marine tank is you surround Marines and then the tanks blow up all the Marines. But that didn't really happen. Another nice fungal right there, killing 6 or 7 Marines. Now I'm going to be running back with these infestors. 44 lings on the way, so I will be able to clean this up probably with 44 lings. He's not really rallying all that well. He doesn't have a ton of money. Spending it elsewhere on some upgrades. Oh, he just spent all his money on 2 Raxes, 3 tanks, and a bunch of upgrades. And now I'm going to be trying for a run by. I don't realize how little he actually has in the center. These lings could actually easily take down these forces in the middle. 6 more infestors on the way. These rocks were trying to get broken down. And here is the run by. He does have a tank. Oh, I could have gone in there too, but it's just, you just never know how much your opponent has. And I didn't want to take the risk. Now catching the tanks unsieged. Every single tank is going to go down. And that is what I mean, man. If you make one mistake against Zerglings, you are in cold water, is the expression, I believe. Cold water or lukewarm water, I don't really remember. It's one of the two. I need to start busting down these rocks, though. I really need a 4th. Looks like I'm going to be working on these rocks. They're going to fall much faster now with my Zerglings with my +2 upgrades. Is it worth getting shot at by these Marines? Does not look like it. His 2-2's on the way. And, oh, I can't quite see that. This Overlord, these Lings can actually see the rocks being broken down. That would have been a huge pickup if I could kill all these Marines. Maybe even get in there and kill those tanks while they're on siege. But that is a lot of tanks, man. What is he running off of? 3 Tech Lab factories, 6 barracks, 3 with reactors. Actually, here comes some more. 6 barracks, 6 barracks, 6 with reactors. +2 almost on the way. +1 attack. just now starting. That's going to be really helpful because that'll allow him to one-shot my zerglings. Now he's got some medevacs as well. So now he's getting kind of the real tank marine medevac army. The tanks with the +1 attack and the medevacs there as well. So now he's getting it. Here comes the drone to make a 4th. And the hive is complete. This is where I want to start both my upgrades and my adrenal glands. Maybe consider ultras. Ultras, not a terrible unit as long as you have amazing upgrades and you send them in first. That's kind of the main point of ultras. Send an ultra in first, tank, 12 tank blasts, siege tank blasts, and then send in your zerglings afterwards. You'd be surprised like how much of a difference it is if you just send in your ultras first. Don't even worry about them getting in to do damage, and then just following up with lings, and the lings actually get in there and do a lot. They do a lot, man. You'd be surprised. You'd be so surprised. Now I am anticipating another attack. I've got a ling on the watchtower. I am seeing his little push right here, so I've got a set of lings here, trying to get a set of lings here, as you can see, and I got a set of lings here. But that is a lot of lings, man, and he only has siege tanks. They will one-shot them now. 38 damage to the lings. The lings have 35 life, of course, but got a good spread. Got some infestors. No neuroparasite, just a lot of fungals. Got to be on top of those fungals. Hit up all those marines, make sure they can't run away, so my lings can get us around and whatnot. 5 ultras on the way, so if he doesn't move out before these ultras complete, it should be a pretty one-sided battle. I'm actually 201 out of 200 at this point. These rocks, you already knew, have been broken down. Adrenal glands almost finished. If he even waits for 3-3, oh man, that'd be great. My ultras will have 6 armor against marines with just 8 attack. There'll be that little time in between where his marines haven't received any more upgrades. Here come the gas at his 4th base. So we are on 4 base to 4 base now. It's usually not good to be tied with a Terran on bases, but that's just kind of what's been happening this game. Harvesters 59 to 69. And here we go, attacking from all sides. Here come the Infestors. A couple of them throwing down some infested Terrans and getting a pretty nice surround. Where are the fungals on these marines down here? There they are. Every single tank getting cleaned up. It looks like these marines will be cleaned up as well. Ooh, that was pretty. Didn't really catch it completely well with the camera, but you guys got the idea. Just a big surround, and the reason I moved in at that point was he wasn't completely sieged up. I think he was actually unsieging to go in again, and I actually tried to burrow in an Infestor, and, excuse me, and throw down some infested Terrans to get some of them killed, but I couldn't because he was unsieged, and that's why I moved in. So there's now 5 ultras on the field, 6 more on the way, and I'm getting a bit careless with my production. 66 lings isn't a lot. You probably want like 10 lings for every ultra, not 6 lings for every ultra. And this is where I should be counterattacking. I was just waiting for those 6 ultras. And here come my lings. And this is what you don't want to do. Don't send in your lings first, because now I've got no lings to chase down the marines. These ultras are just getting kited, and not a lot of damage is actually occurring. Oh, these guys need to be kiting back. I guess he wants to support his tanks, but that's not really happening. Here comes 6 more ultras, 30 more lings rallying, but my harvest count is kind of low, 65. That I'm not able to afford, making tons of lings, bringing in tons of lings. Looks like I am going to be going for the throat. Maybe I should be going for the main, but actually they're focusing down this orbital command here. Is it even going to go down? Yes, it is. No liftoff from eXo. Meanwhile, he's not doing any drops whatsoever. I am taking additional base, and now I'm going to be going for the planetary fortress. It looks like no upgraded on the armor, so that's going to be good. And are these ultras going to run into the third? I don't know. These Infestors still trying to support the ultras, focusing down this planetary fortress. 2 of these ultras coming up and trying to pick off these marines and tanks. That's not going to happen. They're going to be eaten up by those nice upgrades on those marines. And finally, the Terran player is 3-3. Down goes the planetary, so taking out 2 bases. The Terran's now running on 2 base. 5 more ultras on the way, 12 more lings on the way, and forced to run away. There are not a single fungal left, and I didn't feel like those ultras could run away from those marines. But look at this, man. He's prepared another command center. He's probably wanting to go down here. This ultra's this ultra's a badass right here, man. This medevac's just kind of chilling over here too. This base is almost up and running. The only bases I have left mining are my gold base and the top left base. Need to start saturating this base. And it's not every day you see a Zerg without gas. But look at this, I don't need gas. I have 64 harvesters. I figured I can get away with less harvesters because I have the gold base, but that's not really the case. I'm really struggling to keep up on my link production, and I'm kind of realizing, my economy isn't what I need to be. I don't have an excess of minerals like you usually see Zerg having, so I'm actually making 11 more drones, brings me up to 75. So it's looking like it should be a pretty straightforward win. He is recovering his gold base, but you know, his natural's been destroyed. He still had, I don't know, maybe 2,000 minerals left on that. This Ultra's trying to get something done, but that little bastard, so useless. And look at this, another mistake, sending in the links first. This is not how you want to do it. Oh my gosh, so many links going down. Now here come the Ultras. They're going to get kited. Good thing about Ultras though is they cannot be kited by siege tanks when they are sieged up. Nice fungal going to allow them to attack those marines, but a flank from those forces that were cleaning up the units in the south is going to eliminate every single Ultra. There's just not enough zerglings. 46 zerglings and 4 Ultras on the way, and he's got +2 attack on his tanks. He's got decent upgrades going for him as well. I am mining pretty nicely, 2,000 minerals per second, lots of gas per second, but this attack might just catch me off guard. If I can get my lane count up, that'd be great, but maybe you need a couple more hatcheries. Well, no, I'm running off so many bases, I don't really need a lot of hatcheries. But here we go. This Ultra is going to drop almost immediately. Links now swarming in. No siege on the tanks. That's probably not the best thing. I was going to say it's a good thing, but then I realized like Lings do so much damage to the infantry when there's no siege on them. And now these Lings will be running in, cleaning up this infantry force, and Terran still just running on two base right now. So much infantry though. This is what this many barracks will get you. Oh my god, that's so many barracks. 6 barracks with reactors. Does he have any with, how is he making marauders? I don't know how he's, oh there we go. And 8 barracks with reactors and 3 with tech lab. That's so insane. 9 infestors on the way. Economy is still looking good. Look at this. He's on 2 base and he's got like no workers, and he's still mining so much because he's got mules with that gold base. It's so OP. Still a lot of infantry here. And you might be saying, well, why don't you switch up into something else? Well, the problem with switching right now is I'm not going to switch to Hydra or Roach, obviously. It's against the Terran, I have no range upgrades. I don't really want to switch to Broodlords because usually when you get Broodlords, you have like 1 or 2 attack for your Broodlords, you know, from the Spire upgrades. And I don't have that, and I just feel like this is kind of working. I've been able to take the edge. There were a couple scares, but I just need, you know, like that one final push that takes him out. I know he doesn't have this base. I've got a Zergling sitting right here. I just want to starve him out. I'm even taking this base in the north, and he's not really doing any drops. And if you look at the Overlord placement, there is none. There are no Overlords here. There are no Overlords here. So he could be dropping, but he's not. These Ling's not going to get a whole lot done. Smart enough to keep a couple Marines there. He actually stemmed up, and this pesky little burrow. Pesky little burrow. He's actually only got 1 orbital command. This is his second. Shut up, cat! God damn it! This is actually his second orbital command. That's the only one he has. This is a planetary, so he can't land it because this doesn't have energy for scan. So what he's actually having to do right here is land it elsewhere. Scan the Zergling, lift back up, and land it. And I have to say, man, that's such a moral victory. That's to make your opponent feel like, shit, this is, holy shit, that's a huge force. Not too many Marauders mixed in, just for the Ultras. I'm curious to see if he actually like focuses down my Ultras with those Marauders or not. So this is kind of his last bastion of hope, is this base in the bottom middle. You see his resources kind of dropping, still only 43 harvesters, and I wonder if he's just going to try to take the middle, or if he's actually going to, it's a lot of infestors, or if he's actually going to push out. And what do we got here? 15 infestors, 65 lings, and 9 ultras. And see, now I'm doing it right. This is what you want to do. Send in the ultras first, use these fungals up, and look at this. Look at this. Every single tank is shooting at ultras. Ultra, ultra. Now the ultras dropped really fast, but now the Ling's able to get in there, you know, take out some of the tanks, and lots of infested Terrans going down. Fungals need to be going down at the top. Oh no, terrible infestor control. That's something I just don't have enough experience with, is managing my infestors at the same time as my forces. So that was kind of gross. Do not emulate my infestor play right there. But you know, pretty good engagement, able to get those Lings in there and actually, you know, get so close to the Marines that every time they get shot, the splash occurs. You want the Lings to be able to get in there nice and close to the Marines. Because while Ultras can't always get in close to Marines most of the time, the splash on the Ultras doesn't really do much damage to the Marines because they're so fat. It just doesn't hit them. It only hits the Ultra. We've got 103 Lings on the way now that I've actually got some drones going. 3,000 excess gas. God, what am I, a Terran? And this huge, huge amount of Lings. Looks like it will finish off the Terran player, one Infestor. Oh, nice fungal growth. See, now I actually brought my Infestors along with my Link, so that was really good. And this planetary, or this orbital command, looks like it's going to go down. eXo saying he shouldn't have lost. Yeah, you know, considering the opening he had, he probably had an edge. Like I said, I kind of went for an all-in strategy with the Lings, the +1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 really fast. It kind of kept me in it. And he had a couple bad engagements. I caught him on siege several times, so he probably shouldn't have lost, but I wouldn't blame him. I don't blame him for losing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. 7 more ultras on the way. I'm still kind of playing because this game was so long and drawn out, but a lot of fun. I know I don't cast long games as much as I should have, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, thanks for watching, and GG!